Hey y'all, it's Caitlin, and first video with the old background. So the tree's down, unfortunately. Now I haven't got the full setup back. I had a table here. The table is still across the way. I have a very, very cheap, lightweight table here for the moment. But I could not wait. I could not wait until we got the whole room all organized again for this package, because this package I ordered, here I am adjusting the camera angle again, so professional I am, but I ordered this back in September, and today is January 4th that I'm filming this, and it literally came in just a few minutes ago. I am so psyched. So you saw in the thumbnail, action figures based off of Justice League, the animated series. These are incredible. So, in the fall of last year, DC started their own streaming service called DC Universe. Real original. Real original title. But one of the reasons I was so psyched about it, well, actually a couple of reasons, but one of them was because they said they were going to have exclusive collectibles that only people who were subscribed to the streaming service could get. And as soon as they showed these things, I'm like, I'm signing up. I don't care what's on the streaming service. I'm signing up just so I can get these things. Now they were a little bit pricey. I can't remember how much they were entirely. I bought the bundle, so it wasn't. Actually, I remember I didn't save all that much. I saved some, but not a lot. But, so, DC Universe has a lot of the older stuff. They have, I think, all the Superman movies, some Batman movies, but the thing that they're doing, that they're promoting the most, is original series that you can only get with the streaming service. That includes the new Titan series, the new Harley Quinn cartoon series that's going to be coming out soon, as well as Swamp Thing, and the third season of Young Justice, which has just started today, I think, so I need to go watch it. But anyway, so when they announced they were making these 8 action figures, I was so happy, I was so excited. As soon as they became available through the streaming service, I already had the streaming service, paid for the year, and as soon as these things came available, I got them. So I've been very patiently waiting, and it was funny because, they all came in the box. Hang on, let's see if I can do this. Like this, so I couldn't tell who was who. And the very first one I picked up, when I opened it, was Hot Girl. It was like it was meant to be, because this is my favorite character, period. So I am going to take these all out of the box. I don't know if they'll stay out of the box, but I have to take a look at them. Or at least one. I'll at least take this one out of the box for you guys. I don't know if we'll take all of them out, because they're all going to be articulated pretty much the same. But let me cut the tape here, and then I'll show you guys the box. Ooh, I'm so happy. I was literally squealing when I was taking the packaging and stuff off of it. So, you have the classic artwork on the side for each character, which is beautiful. And then on the back, of course, you have the character that's in this box, as well as all the others. So you can see they have all 7 main characters, as well as Aquaman. And this is just talking about the line itself, not the individual character. I prefer ones that have the character, but okay. But oh well, who cares? So this is number 4 in the line. It is part of the DC Collectibles line. So before we get too into this, how does everyone feel about Spin Master taking Mattel's place as the action figures producer for DC, or the kids version? Because Mattel was I hope they're still coming out this year, some really cool action figures that I think included Hot Girl, so I was really looking forward to that. And Mattel's license doesn't expire till 2020, so hopefully we can still get the stuff that they were talking about at Toy Fair last year. But I don't know how I feel about Spin Master. I mean, of all the companies that they could have chosen, they had to choose one that was so new to the game of action figures. They're not known for their action figures at all. So, in fact, I don't even know if they've made action figures yet at this point. So, I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm hopeful, but not much. We're just gonna have to wait and see, because Mattel was doing a bomb. I don't know what DC's problem was with them. Okay, so there's a twist tie in her back, and I didn't bring scissors, and it's hard to do with an X-Acto, so may have to edit this out depending on how long it takes me. But yeah, I was watching Pixel Dan's video where he was talking about it. He seemed hopeful. I mean, and he did bring up, I was happy that he brought up that Mattel hasn't lost everything when it comes to DC, just a big chunk of it. But who knows, we might be pleasantly surprised. Okay, so her feet are rubber band in. That I can take my X-Acto knife too. Maybe. There we go. You have to be so ginger with this stuff. You have to try not to hurt the figure or hurt you at the same time. Okay, so for some reason they have her hair in plastic wrap. That's weird. Huh, I didn't think that would be... Oh. It has a sticky texture to it, almost like the paint wasn't all the way dry. I don't know, that's weird. It doesn't last too long though, so no big deal. Okay guys, so my thumbs are hurting because she came without the wings attached, which is a first for me. Seeing that, I mean, I've seen toys of her, but never like legit action figures from DC like that. Granted, it's been a while since they've done this, but her wings were detached by these little ball joints, and you can see the holes in her back, but the ball joints here and the pegs to put them in, they are not going in. I might try later on, and if I can, I'll put a picture. But yeah, they're not going in very easily, which I was just going to put these right back in the box anyway, so it's no big deal. But if you guys get this one, beware, Hawk Girl's going to be stubborn to actually become a hawk. So I will take at least one more out just to see. I don't think anyone else comes in pieces. I haven't really looked, so we'll have to find out. But they are extremely articulated. I do like that. So the head is articulated. Now she has hair, so it's not that articulated. But her shoulders, her elbows, and her wrists are all articulated. She has hip joints. Now, I wouldn't say they're the most articulated things in the world, but they are there. Her knees and her ankles, somewhat. There it goes. There we go. It was just a little bit stiff. There we go. I thought it was the boots, the shape of the boot, but no. So her ankles do bend, and so that's really cool. And I thought that's what it was. This one must be stiff too, because this one isn't. There we go. So they do articulate. Her hips do articulate both in and out and to side. So that's kind of cool. You know, when it comes to action figures, the more action in them, the better. So let me just go ahead and place her back in here for now. I'm not going to secure her, but I'm going to put her back in there so that she doesn't wobble around or anything. So now I'll put the wings back in a bit. So here's the background. It looks like, it does look something Holojustice esque. But I would have preferred them have like the watchtower or something in the background. I think that would have made a lot more sense. So, let's see. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys all of them, but we're not going to take all of them out. Here is Aquaman. And you can see the artwork here. So, when it comes to Aquaman, this is my Aquaman. This was the first Aquaman I was really ever introduced to, so this is my Aquaman. And obviously there are several different variants of him. Oh my gosh, this is really cool. Oh, I love it. I think this is... I might have one action figure of Aquaman, you know, like this. But I don't know. That could be my only one. We have Superman. Can't have the Justice League without Superman. So we have him. And you know, if you guys haven't watched Justice League, the animated series, or Justice League Unlimited, pretty sure it's on the streaming service as well. Go watch it. Please, go watch it. I promise it'll be worth it. Did I show you guys the artwork of Superman? Every time I see this artwork, I just get a smile on my face, because I know that's Justice League, the animated series. So here is Wonder Woman again. Now obviously, yeah, the stature of the men to the women, you know, they're about double the size of the girls, which I have no problem with that. But since there was so much extra space in her box, they couldn't have put her lasso in. I mean, that would be my only complaint with Wonder Woman. So, yeah. Other than that, I love... Again, this is my Wonder Woman. I love Linda Carter, and I love Gal Gadot. But that's my Wonder Woman. Okay, so here we have Green Lantern John Stewart. Minus the beard, plus the hair, of course. Whose number is... How's this numbered? I forgot. So, Superman is number 8. That's odd. Okay, after I get all these out here, we're going to figure out how they numbered them, which is, thus far, it's kind of odd how they've numbered them. I would thought Superman would be number 1, but whatever. Martian Manhunter. I love John. John is probably, he and Flash are probably tied for my favorite characters out of this series. And he is the only one we've had a pop of from Justice League Unlimited. Where are all the others, Funko? Funko. Where are all the others? I really want one of Shayera without her mask. I really want Zatanna. I've been saying I want Zatanna forever. Vixen would be awesome. So here's Flash. He's the skinniest of them all. I love it. Now him, I can't really think of any other accessories they could have put in. Besides, oh, by the way, Shayera needs her mace. I don't know how I missed that. I know, I was too starstruck over the fact that we finally had a hot girl action figure since forever. But maybe like a hot dog or a cheeseburger, because he always has to eat, so that'd be kind of funny. I love Wally West. And another thing I noticed real quick, so obviously a lot of these are all made by the same company, obviously. And usually they do uniform packaging, right? And this seems pretty uniform at first glance, right? Same size box, you know, different color schemes, but that's normal when you have different characters. They're all numbered for the same set, but there's one major difference. Flash has a hook. John doesn't. Half of them have hooks. So, Flash, Aquaman, Superman, and Wonder Woman all have hooks. The others don't. So, you can't hang them all up. You have to sit them all down, or take them out of the box and display them all, which you can't really do if you can't get Hot Girl's wings in, because it won't look right. So, I mean, I wasn't going to display them out of the box anyway. I was just taking them out to look, but that's really weird. Okay, so here is Batman. Again, no hook. Okay, so Batman's number 1. I would have thought Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, 1, 2, 3. I don't know. So, let's see here. Jean is number 2. Lantern is 3. Hot Girl is 4. Wonder Woman's 5. Aquaman is 6. Flash is 7. And Superman's 8. That makes no sense, the way they numbered that. That makes literally no sense. I don't understand the numbering there. Because, okay, so in Justice League Unlimited, they all had code numbers. And, you know, they didn't, you know, come out and say, here's your code number. But if you watch the entire series, then you were able to kind of piece them together. So, Superman's code was 001. Batman's was 002. Wonder Woman 003. Flash was 007. And from there, or 006 rather. And from there, you could kind of figure out where everyone else sat. Because Hot Girl would probably have been 7 when she got back in the league. I'm not for sure, but I would have said either her or Aquaman would have been 7. And then probably Lantern for 4. And Martian Manhunter for 5. So, yeah, I don't really get this numbering system they got going here, but whatever. So, let's give everyone a heart attack. And take Batman out of the box. I've always forgotten to show you guys the side. Oh well. Who did I last take off of? There's Jean. Flash. Flash looks awesome. And by the way, he does have his little smirk still going on with his face, so that's trademark. If you don't have this version of Flash without that smirk, you're doing something wrong. And Lantern. Pretty sure I showed you guys all the rest of them. So, okay. Batman is the other lucky one I've chosen to be broken free. And with enough patience, like, you can't put back the rubber bands after you done snapped them off like I did. But all these will go back in the box fairly easily. Just be a little patient and try not to bend any of the plastic, which I think is a given. They all have that same background. Okay, so let's get... Right away, the cape is very flexible. I like that. So, rubber band is done, and I'll put the twist ties back in place. That I don't mind doing. I'm just not dealing with a rubber band. Not dealing with a rubber band. Okay. There we go. So here is Batman now. His cape, obviously, it goes across their shoulders, so the articulation, I guess, or the bendiness of the cape stops there. They glued it to his back to stop it from bending any further. Oh man, this is cool. Okay, so their shoulders are articulated, but it's a little blocked due to the cape. Not a lot, but there is some resistance with the cape. And some of these have been packaged for a while, so... And they can go up. Again, you're met with some resistance. The elbow, just like on Hot Girl, they do move if you try hard enough, they'll move. But dang, I don't know how long these guys have been in the packaging, but it's been a while. So that one moves. The wrists, again, up and down. And, Exorcist. Kind of. And the hips move just like Hot Girl's. So if you are someone who likes to pose your action figures, these will work. These would totally work. They don't give you stands, however, and it looks like his right foot is a little off. Let's see if I can show you guys. See how the joint, it's not supposed to move that way. the back of his heel seems to have come undone or misaligned with the joint. So, I don't know if that's a common thing with this one. I don't know. The head, again, is very stiff, but it will move. Will it move? It moves slightly up and down. Not really. And none of them come with stands, so that's my only... If I had to give cons, which, you know, DC is not perfect. I love DC, but it's not perfect. I would say they all needed stands. If you make a figure this articulated, take a cue from SH Figuarts and give them all stands. Okay? And second, I had to find the hole where this thing goes back through. Found it. The twist tie while I talk. And second, Hot Girl's wings need to be easier to put in. So, those would be my only two cons from this particular series. Other than that, I think they're amazing. They're definitely on point with the show. You know, all the features and things. And again, accessories would have been neat too. I get that with accessories would have been... I need tools to put this back in. It's hard to grab. Okay, and also make them a little bit easier to put back in the box. There we go, Caitlin. You got it, girl. Okay. Sorry. I know you guys didn't come to watch me struggle with these boxes, but at least you know if you do decide to get these. And I will put the price for the bundle up here if I remember. And then just divide that price by 8, and it's pretty much what each figure costs. So, yeah, the only thing you really have to break is the tape and the rubber band. The rubber band is a choice. But I think they're worth it for the first Justice League Unlimited thing. And part of me can understand why they didn't do, okay, hang on. Try and do this without breaking. Oh, that's why. Oops. Maybe. There we go. Every time you get one side in, the other side decides to be a butt. There we go. I can kind of understand why they didn't do accessories, because these are pretty much like an expansion of what we had long ago when the show was new, or the show was ongoing. And those had accessories. I think nearly every Hot Girl action figure had her mace in it, because why have a Hot Girl without her mace in it, especially back then. So I can kind of understand them wanting to be a little bit cheaper with this. You know, it's new, they were testing it out kind of, so just to see if people would still get these old styled action figures, or not old style, but you know what I mean, based on the style of characters. So I love these. I am planning on getting a new shelf in here and dedicating part of it, not all of it, part of it to DC Bombshells. But I think the other part might be new style action figures. Because I have several around the room that need to go back into place. So, yeah, that's what I will be doing later on, unfortunately. Having to reconstruct my entire collection, and I will have to figure out how to put Hawk Girl back in. She'll go back in, same as Superman, but the wings are in the way. So anyway, I know I was distracted through that last half, but sorry. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you watched Justice League, and if you did, what was your favorite character, or who was your favorite character? Mine, obviously Hawk Girl, but I still want a Vixen pop really, really bad. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, it's a community, not a competition, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.